Hey guys, I'm working on Nian Beast, and I am right there on the edge of perfect scoring this Clash of Wills on day one. I just refreshed my orbs. Yeah, at this point, it's just RNG for the last little bit of luck. I need the boss to not Mystic Wave a bunch on turn 6, and that's all I need. So I'll go ahead and explain the clear as we get going. Okay, so we're going to start in the shift form with Ling, go to the base form, then we're going to clean movement, blithe step, and purifying dance. That's going to dispel everything. Alright, we're going to shift Sky and do her shifted LB to accuracy down the boss. Divine Beast Chow is going to guard dog, kind protector, and focused inspiration. Laura is going to calamity border. Louise is going to shift. We're going to do disarming, neutralizing, ionic, and shielding. And Kresnik is going to arcane stimulant. So the boss doesn't have accuracy on turn 1, so this will be super easy. He just he hits the tank a little bit. That's really it. Because the rest of the party is evading. So evading, magical cover with Divine Beast Chow. And Chow is geared in maximum counterattack gear. He's got the Blizzard Orb, the Cypher's upgraded overcoat, and the Looming Wrath. All of these combined give him a ton of counter chance. So he's going to counter Bringer of Wealth quite a bit and fill a good amount of morale gauge for us. This might take a moment. There's going to be a bunch of counters. So sit back and enjoy the counters. You can think back to Sacred Shield Charlotte during Telfusanus. Get him, Chow. Fill that morale gauge. Keep it going. That was kind of weak. He usually does more. I'm being serious too. Okay, so we got debuffed again. So we're going to go ahead and clean movement, blithe step, and now we're going to disarming movements. Okay, again, stack Sky's LB. Louise is going to gun in peril, ionic, shielding, and repairing. Laura is going to reapply calamity. Wait for all this to finish. Alright, Chow is going to Guard Dog, Kind Protector, and True Guardian's Blessing for the mitigation, and we're going to Shining Siphon on the boss. Now the boss has accuracy on turns 2 and 3, so we can't evade him, but with Imbue, we're fine. So there is a damage over time which hits Sky and Louise, but they have Chow's mitigation, so it's not a problem. In the base form, they're immune to it because it's elemental damage over time. Alright. So again, Chow is going to counter with a decent amount of counterattacks for LB for morale fill. Keep it going, Chow. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, now we're going to go back to the base form with Louise, where she's going to do Firestarter, Diverse, Tactical, and Power Boost. Actually, no, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do Firestarter, Heavy Firepower, Tactical, and Power Boost. We're going to do Diverse next turn. Sky, back to the base form, where we're going to do Sharp, Battering, and Furious. Laura can just Hot Shot. Ling can shift this turn. We're going to do Blithe, Imbue, and Killer. Chow is going to do Loyal. We're going to Guardian's Flame on Sky, and then True Guardian Blessing. And Kresnik will do Arcane Antioxidant for the morale gain. I'm sorry, for the resistance buff. Okay. More attacks. It's going to be a little bit less counterattacks this turn because the boss is imbued and we're not we're immune in a lot of the physical, so you don't counterattack that. We're still going to get a decent amount of counterattacks, so it'll be fine. Okay. Push that morale gauge, Chow. Let's go. Really? That's all you're going to do, bro? You can do better than that. He usually does do better than that. This has not been the best for morale, but it's fine. Alright, so Sky is going to type this as STMR. Louise is going to... we're going to incapacitate target. We're going to Firepower. We're going to Diverse. And we're going to power boost. Before we do that, go ahead and shift Chow and get him ready for next turn. We're going to do Bestowment of Courage, Prosperous Light, and Chow Chow Condemnation twice. Laura can just hot shot. Louise can do her thing. Ling can actually stay in the shift form, Ling. Ling is going... How's morale? Morale's a little bad. So we're going to Blythe, Dance, and we're going to do Celestial Combo for chaining frames. And Kresnik is going to AoE Re-Raise, Supplement, and Remedy. And this should fill morale a strong amount. It should be enough to damage cap. Damage capping is actually pretty easy on this fight. 5% short, doesn't really matter. It's plenty. Okay, now it is time to burst the boss. Wait for auto casting. Alright, Sky is going to shift and do her LB. Laura's going to shift and do Volatile. Louise is going to shift, and she's going to do triple bolting and then Magnus. So, bolting, 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 Magnus. Lang is going to the base form, and we're going to triple Stardust. Kresnik is going to triple Stardust. And Chow is going to shift at LB. We're going to boost Spirit, boost Defense. Wait for all this to finish. And now we're going to go for that damage cap. So we're going to send Chow, wait, send everyone else. And this, even though we're short of morale, this should be a 2.5 or better. Yeah, damage capping, 2.7. Damage capping is not the hard part. The hard part is after that, finishing the fight off. Okay, here comes the hard part, guys. Are you ready? Alright, let me think about the best way to do this. We're going to use Ling. Let's do Louise first. Let's have Louise Fire Starter, Ionic, Break, and Nano Machine. Okay. So now Ling can triple. Morale's good. So we can do Dragon Dancer, Hunter Stance, we're imbued. And we don't need to throw, we just broke with Louise, so we're good on breaks. So this is where I struggle a little bit, like, so Dragon Dancer, Killer, we don't need the imbue, we're about to die and re-raise. Killer, Dragon Dancer, I guess Refreshing Twirl, but we don't really need that either, honestly. We really don't. I guess we will Refreshing Twirl. Yeah, this is the part where I've been working out how to deal with this turn. Kresnik is going to Blue Wave. Laura is going to Volatile, and Sky is going to LB. So this is going to do a ton of damage. We're going to go to the base form with Chow. We're going to Guard Dog, Kind Protector, and Focused Inspiration. So we gotta really hope that the boss doesn't go crazy with Mystic Wave on this turn. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Please don't go freaking bonkers with the Mystic Waves. Oh my god, he did one immediately. please. No Mystic Waves. No Mystic Wave. Mystic Blast is fine. No Mystic Wave. No Mystic Wave. No. Whoa, there's another one. There's another one. Oh, stop it. No more. God freaking. Oh, no, we're good. Now we're good. Shoot. Stressful. Oh, this fight stresses me out. Now we're fine. We got this. Rank 1, boys. We need Imbue. Imbue. We need L. We don't need LB fill. We got Kresnik. We're broken though. Are we imbued? Boost damage for Reapers and Dragons. We're not imbued. No, we don't have anything. We don't have anything. Alright, Kresnik's gonna fill LB gauge for Laura. That's gotta be done. Oh my god. Gotta have Imbue. We gotta fill Laura. And I want to kill her buff. Queen of the Jungle. Gotcha, jerk face. Okay, so the morale is the only question mark. Did I feel enough morale? I don't know. We'll see. Whew. Stressful fight. Got it. Boom! Boom! Alright, Chao did damage once in the fight, but that was enough. 600. Oh my god. Rank 1. Perfect score. Everything. Okay, there it is. I'm gonna take a quick break, and I will see you guys for the gear and all in a moment. Alright guys, anyway, yeah, so just, you know, just to take my moment in the sun, yeah, I am the first person to perfect score this Clash of Wills, 300%. You know, I'm sure by the end of it, many people will be sharing rank 1. This does feel overall pretty easy compared to the last few, but still, I get to say, on January 2022, I was the first. Anyway, let's go ahead and show the gear so I can get this video uploaded, and you guys can ask me, what do you do if you don't have Chao? I'm just kidding, kind of. Okay, so here's the party we used. All modifiers. So let's go through one by one. I know during the video I was pretty not super descriptive of what was going on because I have been running... I've just been changing my strategy over and over and over the entire afternoon. So at that point, I was just like... done narrating. But okay, base form Chao has 50% evasion. He has that naturally, so you don't need any gear for it. And we maintained an accuracy down buff on the boss at all times, including when we dispelled the boss. We always reapplied accuracy down immediately. So the boss always had Sky's accuracy down or Louise's accuracy down. Passive provoke from the Celestite Diadem of Will. It's probably not required. I think I had active provoke always as well, so I don't think passive provoke is even that big a deal. Except when Chao died and re-raised in Phase 2. So maybe passive provoke is important. I guess you could swap it out for Moogle Charms. Or you can try it without and see how it goes. I don't know. We're using his own card. He's only EX2 because, you know, I don't have EX3 yet, so that was good enough. Big deal on Chao, though, Blizzard Orb. Blizzard Orb is tremendous. Tremendous. It gives him unlimited counters, and you want to bring him to the cap of counter rate up. So one source is Cypher's Disciplined Cloak. 50% counter rate up, and the other one is Looming Wrath. 50% rate up, so that gives him the maximum chance to counter, because filling morale is tricky to do it in this quick of a time frame. Other than that, you want to give him, after a buff, 150 to fire, lightning, earth, and dark resist. Yeah, that's right. So we're using buffs from Calamity Border as well as Kresnik's buff, so there's the gear we use. And as much spirit and HP as you can fit. Make sure you door pot your Chow. Yeah, because Phase 2 is bonkers. It is really hard. I'm sure there's better ways to do it. This is day 1 still. You know, people haven't really had, myself included, haven't really had time to like go over the best ways to do it. I just worked on this all afternoon, and I worked out the kinks, and eventually got to the point where it did work. It got me a rank 1. Is it the best way to do it? Maybe not, because it does rely on quite a bit of luck on turn 6, the boss not using multiple Mystic Waves. If he uses too many Mystic Waves, your Chow's going to die, runs over, it's over. But if he doesn't, you're okay. Anyway, there it is. And then Shift Form. Again, the Shift Form wants some lightning and dark resist, because we do shift to the Shift Form while he is still tanking on turns 4 and 5. So we need the Shift Form a little bit bulky, but mostly LB damage versus Spirit and Beast. I know I always say shields are bad, and it is bad if you're doing DPS, but I needed the bulk. I needed the bulk for him to survive. So I took a damage hit, gave him a shield, some resistance, chain cap up. He obviously gears for this, super easy. So max LB damage, 200 Fairy, 250 Beast, and that was Chow's build. The immediate question you're going to be asking, what if you don't have Chow? This specific strategy probably won't work for you if you don't have Chow. That's just the reality is. I do plan to do more clears as the week goes on. They might not be rank 1 clears without Chow, but who knows, maybe. Kresnik, his gear is mostly irrelevant. Full evasion, and then, oh yeah, the whole party needs to have in the base form 150 after a buff, 150 to fire, lightning, earth, and shadow resist. And you want full evasion as well. You also want guts on everybody. Kresnik doesn't need it because he has 100% camouflage, which means he'll never be targeted by the boss unless it's a full wipe anyway. So you can not worry about that for him. I gave him Blue Wave. That way he can support chain on turn, was it turn 6? It was turn 6. Turn 6 he support chains, so we can cap Sky and get that extra bit of oomph to push that damage. Full evasion. Shift Form, same thing. Also give him Quad Attack and Quad Attack, so he can normal attack 4 times and fill LB gauge as needed. White Dragon Ling, a lot of LB fill, Dragon's Brush, Call of the Wild, her STMR. Sources of Guts from Awerber's Boons, full evasion, 150 or better to those resistances after a buff. Shift Form, geared identical, and she did Beast Killer. LB fill, she gave Chaining Frames, she broke the boss, she gave morale fill, etc. Ling could be replaced by potentially like Tiana or something. Would probably be a good replacement potentially. But I brought Ling because I wanted more sources of like raise and healing and all that, and Ling provides that, so Ling's good. Lara Croft in the base form just has the full evasion, resistances needed, source of guts. Her TMR gives her guts. Calamity Border as well. That's pretty much it. Base form. And then Shift Form is using damage. Now the Shift Forms need 50% evasion or better. And Laura, Sky, and who was our other DPS unit? Who else did I bring? Laura, Sky. Oh, and Louise. Laura, Sky, and Louise all have 50 evade naturally. So in the Shift Form, 50 is all they need. They're good. So there we go. There's her build. She had maxed Beast and maxed Fairy, and Lara Croft obviously carried that fight pretty hard. Louise in the base form, a little bit of morale fill stuff. Magic Break, this is not important, this was an old strategy. I actually started shifting on turn 1 and breaking with her Shift Form, so forget that. There we go. Full evasion, the resistances like I mentioned. Shift Form, geared for damage. The team was a fire team, obviously. So fire weapons, maxed Beast and maxed Fairy. Sky in the base form, full evasion, source of guts, There we go. You know, Guts. Guts is really important in the base form as well, because lots of times on turn 6, when the boss goes crazy with Mystic Waves, you really need your party to Guts a second time after re-raising. So Guts in the base form. Tyvis' Spirit, huge damage boost. Give it to her if you can. There you go. Shift form, a different source of Guts. Notice how in the base form she's using Chocobo, in the shift form she's using Lucid Lenses. You want 2 sources of Guts from different items if you can. That might not be required, but I found that it helped, so, you know, up to you. LB damage versus Beast and Fairy. She did a secondary damage, so maxed on both, and actually her LB damage was only a 280, but still good enough. And then that's it. That's the party. Okay, I'll type up a turn chart for the comments that you can copy along. Keep in mind, after the threshold and you burst the boss, you can't really follow a turn chart. It's really just based on who lives and who dies. So you kind of gotta like just freeform it after you get your burst on turn 5. So turns 6, 7, and 8 are just, you know, fingers crossed, kill the boss. Anyway, there's my day 1 rank 1 video. See you guys next time.